Hey folks, AG Squared here to share a terrifying experience involving your water utility bill and how you can overcome it. There are a few things that make your stomach turn as much as to one day waking up to realize that your water bill went from a normal $50 to $70 usage to a nose-bleeding $350. And that's what happened to one of my properties I own and manage. So how does this even happen to anyone? I know for a fact that my renters don't consume that much water because they pay the utility bill. It wouldn't make sense for them to do so. Well, in this video, I'll share common reasons that causes this, as well as my personal experience on how I troubleshooted this and ultimately addressed it quickly. Let's start with listing out the common reasons why this might happen. First and most likely reason are running toilets. This happens either due to the flapper not working as intended due to either a loose or long chain. Or it can happen when the fill valve is not installed correctly and causing it to output water well past the drain valve's emergency tube. A running toilet that is left unattended can over time cause these very high water bills. If you think that is the reason for that high water bill, go ahead and check out the video above where I show how to install a new fill valve and drain valve, as that will include a section where you will see how to make sure that things are properly installed. It's a very easy do-it-yourself DIY project, and it will save you easily well over $100 instead of hiring that out. All right, second reason, a cracked pipe that is resulting in a constant leak regardless if you don't have anything running the water. A crack in the pipe will cause a continuous leak. Yes, you heard that right, continuous leak. And that is because in your home, there is constant water pressure in all of the pipes. And water only flows when you use an appliance or when there is a crack on the pipe. Even a minor one will result in constant water being wasted. Now, 99% of the time, you will know when this is happening because you'll see, well, a terrifying stain, either in the ceiling or the wall. But in some cases, that cracked pipe may not even be inside the house. And that brings us to the issue that I faced, which is a cracked pipe outside of the house. So how does one go about confirming that that is the culprit to a high water bill? Good question. Let me show you. First, you need to locate your main shut-off water valve and turn it off by turning it clockwise. This valve will stop water from flowing into your home and isolate water flow and water pressure between the water meter and the valve. Second, you want to locate your water meter and see if it indicates that water is still flowing and being consumed. This water meter is typically found close to either the curb or the road where the main water sewer is going to be located at. Once you find it, go ahead and pull up the panel to be able to find the water meter. Now you can check if water is being consumed in one of two ways. First one is what I did. And I did this by asking my renter to take a picture of the dial at night. And it was at night because that's when I realized what the water bill was, and I immediately called up my renters to let them know that we had an issue. And once they have that before picture, the after picture will be after some time passes to see if the water meter indicates a change in water consumption before and after. If you see a difference like you see here, where apparently this home consumed well over 20 gallons of water overnight, after we shut off the main water valve, you'll know you have a cracked pipe. Now, the second way of doing this is to look at the dial and just stare at it. And after some time, at least 30 seconds or around a minute, if you see the red arrow moving at all, you'll know that you have also a cracked pipe. All right, once you've confirmed that you have a cracked pipe, the next step is to call a plumber. This is not a DIY project you'll want to do unless you are very confident in doing pipe work. Now, something you can do while you wait for the plumber to arrive is to prepare yourself with how much money you may need to spend on this fix. If the pipe comes from the side of the house, typically from the garage or the basement, as you see in my house here, the cost will be anywhere from $2,500 to possibly $5,000, depending on your area, your home, and the plumber. But the reason it'll be this high is because 9 times out of 10, the plumber will recommend to replace the entire pipe, starting from the house all the way to the water meter. And depending how far your water meter is from your house, this distance will be a huge factor in the price. But why is replacing the entire pipe instead of just fixing the area that's cracked a fine recommendation? Well, that is because of how critical this pipe is. and patching a crack or replacing even a portion of the pipe is ill-advised. But say you find that the pipe connected to the main water valve is leading underground. Well, that sucks, folks, because at that point, the only way to fully replace the pipe will be to possibly have to break the ground using a jackhammer, which means you'll not only have to pay the $2,500 to $5,000, but you'll also have to pay to have someone break the ground and then pay someone to repair. If you are in this situation, brace yourself for a cost higher than $6,000. Once the plumber arrives, they should inform you on what they will do. For example, in my home, the plumber had to contract or hire out a team to bore a hole underneath the driveway. This is way better than breaking the driveway. I'll link a video up here that shows you what boring a hole looks like. The plumber also needs to call for a technician to come out and mark where all of the utility lines and pipes are at. Once all of this is done, they'll have a team trench or dig a hole from the water meter all the way to the home, as you see here. That blue pipe that you see there is a PEX pipe that my plumber used to install from the main water meter to the home. And lastly, folks, before you stop watching, let me show you how you can possibly recover some of that money back from the incredibly high water bill. To do so, all you need is a receipt from the plumber. What you'll want to do is go to your water utility company's website and find where you can submit a request for an adjustment. As you see here, it's a basic form that you just need to fill out and submit. The utility company will then inspect the plumber bill, make sure that it matches the address to the property you are submitting it for, and then look at your historical water bills to confirm that you in fact had an issue, such as a cracked pipe that was outside of your control, resulting in the high water usage. They'll also confirm that you got this fixed shortly after the latest bill came out, and not say months on end to get it fixed. I hope you found this information useful, folks, and if you did, please give this a like and share it with your friends, colleagues, family, most importantly, your neighbors, etc. And if you're interested in more content around either do-it-yourself DIY projects, renovations, and repairs, or topics on real estate, finance, or technology, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel. I've got plenty of playlists readily available for the topics that you care about. And as always, folks, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.